Yeah, a little fog layer out there. Down in the bottom too, you can see it through the barn. Yesterday it was only foggy from like those trees to the north, but there we go. And yeah, they're leaving some nice lines in the sky again today too. So I don't think any of that is actually clouds. It's like yesterday morning, because you can see they're all north and south lines. Kind of funny how that works. You know? Just a few days ago, we had like 2 days of, you might see realistically at the height they're at and the size the plane is, 10, 15 times the length of the plane, there might have been a vapor trail. But a vapor trail should dissipate into the atmosphere. So, anyway, Becky and I got to run to town today. Oh yeah, no new calves yet, unless somebody's done something in the last half hour, and I don't think so. But our morning's kind of goobered up, and Ty was sending videos earlier of Blakely. They call Maury's mom and dad. They call Grandma and Grandpa. So in the mornings, Brooke drops Blakely off, and Grandpa Don gets to play with her in the mornings. If I remember, I will throw at least one. She sent like 3 videos this morning. If I remember, I'll throw at least one of them up. Probably be at the end. They were having a blast. I think I'm going to go over here and say good morning to Blakely. See if she's still lined up tighter than a 8-day clock. And apparently she slept all night. So she might be awake and running like the Energizer Bunny all day. We will see. Hey, what are you doing?
Sarah's playing with your fan, Grandpa.
Be careful with that fan. I'm going to get mad at you if you bust that fan up. I'm going to put that in the other room. Hey. What's that little look for?
That's Hellion 911 this morning.
Yeah?
She slept from 6:30 last night till 5 this morning.
You really got some sleep then.
Hellion.
Right. Hey, I'm still talking to you. Hey. Say good morning, everybody. You turkey. Oh, hey, yeah, they're looking at you.
She's like, I'm just waiting for my breakfast teacher's mixing. You picked bananas, huh?
Oh, bananas.
Banana orange.
Banana orange. Mixed with some rice.
Some oatmeal rice cereal.
Oh, oatmeal rice cereal. That just sounds too wonderful to be true, right?
No, the apple with the oatmeal cereal smells like freaking apple crisp.
Anyway, there she is. Yeah, you.
Let's go do a long day.
It wasn't quick enough. 241 was bumping my hand while I was trying to turn this on. And, Hopey Dope was trying to chew on my left arm, but she just backed off a little. It's 6:11 over there. Good morning, Hope. Good morning. And the Brad over here, I had my hand like this. She was playing with my thumb just now. Good morning, Sapphire. What'd you get into? Get shit on your face. You out drinking too much last night? Get a little shit-faced? Huh? That's why your eyes are half-mast. I got it. You must have been the designated watcher. Yeah, your eyes are open. I gotta say, I do like the visor eyelashes. We've actually got quite a few cows with their eyelashes that hang down like that. Hers are up higher, but if you see Hope's, even when her eyes wide open, her eyelashes almost completely cover her eyes. At least the top 2/3. Anyway, they're hungry. Got you. Got you. Oh, I did. Yes, I did too get you. And I got you. How about you? Can I get you? Can I get you? No? Okay. So, Becky was making a bottle for Loudmouth over there. Thought she might be down here by now. She's not. She was making a bottle, throwing some laundry in, so that takes her a minute. And I will get this done. And oh yeah, last night Becky wasn't feeling so well. Well, the heat got to me too. And Ty gets here this morning, and she says, "Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one that was sick." Yeah. So this means more electrolytes. I drink more water, but it just goes right out, And dogs are done eating. Well, mostly. Rainy's done eating. Everybody else is over there eating, but at least they're being quiet this morning. Well, look who did show up with a bottle. And a kid. Becky's playing tough girl today. It was 42 degrees earlier, and she's out here.
It actually feels great out here. It does feel really good. Especially this temperature all day would be great.
And the one with the sweatshirt on, yeah, it does feel great. As long as her head's warm enough.
And I might have to leave early. I'm having truck issues. Yeah, Maury. But he rated.
Go figure.
And he's on his way back from. Yeah, he's lover. Look on the cat.
Don't get her hand in his mouth. It'll probably disappear.
Baby.
I'm hoping you can see. How you can see the
Baby
screen
eyes.
very well.
Hey. Look at that. Who's this? Look. Hey. Is that eyes? Oh, you gotta be gentle. Yeah. So soft. So
Yeah, but the doggies are over here, and I want to pet the doggies.
Whiskey? Is that whiskey? Yeah, is that your whiskey? Be nice. Be gentle with whiskey.
Learn to be nice to them all. Whiskey's getting a little secondary snack there, too.
Whiskey likes the secondary snack from baby.
Yeah, she's still waiting for grains with everybody else. Okay, if I get too much now, I don't got room for later. So. Been enjoying a little sunshine. Yeah, I'm crying about it. And no new babies. Becky and I just got back from town. She does the online order and go pick the groceries up. Did that for her and Mom. And we had a couple other stops to make. Got that took care of. And of course, Ty had to leave at the same time we did. I don't know which truck Maury was driving today, but electronic crap. We decided that it wasn't going to run appropriately. And luckily the one pit he was at, they've got a code reader there. They can at least give him an idea. So he took it over to the shop in Wilsonville, or Tualatin, where he takes his trucks for that kind of crap. So, yeah, they're busy doing other stuff the rest of the day, I guess. Of course, she doesn't even have him home yet, probably. They both got over there about the same time we were in town doing stuff. It's supposed to be a little cooler today than it was yesterday. I mean, I'm still out here in a sleeveless hickory shirt, but instead of being 80 degrees, it's supposed to be like, it might hit 70, is what they're saying. 68's what they're officially saying, but you know how it goes. So anyway, let's see if I was going to kick those chargers to 10 amps this morning, and I didn't. And of course, I can't leave them hooked up and do it to it, so I got to unhook them, hook the cable back up. She should light off. I know. New batteries would be nice, but if the thing was in better shape and it was getting used a lot more, really, all I could do is make sure I fire it up like once a month, and they seem to be fine. It's only about once a year I gotta jump start it. So there's my fancy charging setup. Get this fired up and see what I can do. A little nicer taking that off and putting the bucket on with help, but especially since I don't know if it's that cylinder or the valve. It used to leak off bad. Had that cylinder rebuilt, and they said it needed it. I knew it because it was leaking out the end anyway. But it still bleeds, so you never know where the jib's going to be. Makes it fun when you're trying to do something like hold something in the air, because you got to keep the valve open a little bit. Anyway, see what happens. Barely bumped the starter. It's running. Just needs the juice. I would have tried to video and I started it, but there's about 50 bees buzzing around in there right now. I didn't find any nest in there yesterday, but they were sure in there, and I killed at least 50, and there was well over 100 that flew away. I just got to get them out of my way now. I don't need one tickling me on the neck, because that usually results in a sting and a bite. Anybody want to take a guess? Got her up to put fuel in it. It needed a little bit of antifreeze, so I grabbed a jug. Fuel was done before I could start pouring antifreeze. There's a green tint to that. So, she'll sit there for a while. It's one of those things I'm going to have to actually take the hose into town and hopefully find something to cobble together to make it work. Why? Because God knows. Ain't nowhere to get parts for it. Gray market machine. Yada yada. Anyway. Oh, and Jan Kutzi, he asked about that thing, because I mentioned it had a heating issue. The heating issue is, we thought it was just dirty crap in the radiator when I got it. And until the water pump went out, I never had to put anything in it. It tested good, all that, so I didn't worry about it. And I was down there in those trees, cleaning a bunch of stuff up when the water pump went out. And limped it up here. Probably dumped 5 gallons of water in it to get it up here. At the time, we still had the neighbors out front, so it went the other side of the calf barn over there. Got it apart. Can't get a water pump, so we sent it in to get rebuilt. It took damn near 9 months to get that pump back from a rebuilder in Portland. Finally got it back, and it was like $700-800. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, we had to have a shaft made. Well, why didn't you say that when you got the damn thing? Because, gee, there's a lathe in there. The old man was a machinist for 35 years. We could have made that shaft for nothing, right? I don't know, they hammered us for that. So, say it sat out there for 9 months. I had a rag in the hole, but that doesn't mean crap didn't get in someplace. Got it back together. Well, we've always used green antifreeze. I mean, at the time, they were just starting to use the orange stuff in cars and pickups, So we filled it with green antifreeze. Green antifreeze and orange antifreeze do not mix. They make little tiny, like BB-sized and smaller rubber bouncy balls that plug everything. And of course, when I found this out, I had a worse heating issue than before, and I'm like, well, shit, it's not acting like a head gasket, though. I wasn't losing any water anywhere. It just wasn't cooling. I found that out and proceeded to flush the system. I think I flushed it a total of 8 times before I'd no longer got any of them little bouncy balls out. Put water in it, ran it, It was way better than it was, but it was still getting hot. Flushed it again a few more times. Put antifreeze and water back in it. And I add a little bit to it once in a while because when it gets warm, it pops off the cap. And, you know. So anyway, that's why this thing has a heating issue. The radiator's probably still full of that crap that won't leave. And God knows what's still in the engine block. She runs like a top. Just the rest of them, I mean, the engine's the best thing in the whole machine, really. But that's why. So, yay. We'll see what's in that hose, I guess, when it comes off. But I'm going to let her sit there and drain. And I think if I'm really tricky, I can get out to that burn pile with the skid steer. Just means I got to go follow the center fence up and go way around to get it, stay out of the wet stuff. At least get that pushed together up there. Then it's, do I use the bucket or do I use the grapple? Grapple would be nice, but the bucket will do a cleaner job, and I can scoop the hot coals out of the way so I don't run over the hot coals. It'll probably be the bucket just for that reason. Well, now the wind changes, comes to my face. Let's see how far over the pile was. That pile right there is all piled up on top of the stump. That is the big stump, and they hollowed it out pretty good, and I got a bunch of chunks broke off of it. One chunk you can see about middle of the screen. And let's see, the other stump is right there, but it's on the other side of what's burning there. It had some holes down into it. Hopefully fire's getting down into that, get it burned out. And I waited till it was going good to show you. It's actually burnt probably 20% of what was here already. And yeah, not the seat I wanted to be in. From about there around to there on the other side is really, really wet. Well, soft anyway. So I made some pretty good ruts. I was doing the straight in and straight out to try not to screw it up too much, which of course, you know, when we cut hay, we got to cross those ruts. It's so much fun. And I couldn't push that big pile. I pushed a little bit of it, so it's kind of over the stump over there, but other than that, I couldn't move it. Not with this. Not with the ground being so soft. Not near as big a pile from this side. That in the middle of the screen's on top of the stump. Trying to get that on the stump, but I just can't do it. And the other pile in the middle of the screen there, I'd love to shove that on that stump, but the wind changed, so I'm not going to go over there and try that. It's warm. And hell, it's almost 3 o'clock already. Mom's been asking if she can get out and get on her bike and go for a ride. We intended on that happening yesterday, and that was okay because she was worn out yesterday because the day before she actually got some housework done, and yesterday she was just whooped. And I heard the bike over that way somewhere. And I started pushing on this. She was over there along the center line fence, headed out. Told Becky she said she was gonna go place, and she has a full tank of oxygen, so. And she hasn't been out here for quite a while. I mean, hell, she's been, what, a month since she's been on oxygen or something like, well, you know, a few days in the hospital and then home. And it's a nice day. A little cooler than yesterday, but trust me, I don't feel it. Instead of being down in the mid or high 20% for humidity, it's high 40%. Especially when you get close to here, it feels really hot. And I'm hoping the wind's going to work its way back around, that I can go shove that burning pile into that stump. And this is, right here is just up against it. I can't. Don't have no traction once I'm in there. And Becky thought I could wait till tomorrow or the next day to push this up. I'm like, no. It was almost done burning when I started pushing. Oh, anywho. I'm hoping that's getting into the stump over there. I think it was into it. But this is so freaking wet up here. Bringing Mom up, we came up other side of the center of that corner, and it's wet clear up over in there off that corner. I've never seen it wet up that far. I mean, it's no more than 200 feet from our property line is where the water finally kind of peters out. And you kind of see the strip here. And it's the other side of this pile is not too bad, but there and around pretty much right in here, that's where it's soft. I'm back out of it just barely here. Crazy. I mean, I understand, yeah, the cedars were probably holding a lot of water up out of the ground. And they're gone, so now it's here, but it wasn't taking the water that's going out over there. So I don't know where all that's coming from. I just know it's crazy. So, if it changes enough here in a minute or two, I'm going to push that up. Otherwise, I'll park this thing over by the bike and go check on Mom. She's got about an hour and 15 minutes of air left, give or take. Yeah, hopefully she's having fun and enjoying herself. Thought about getting you some video on the way out here, but, you know, she ain't one to be in the videos much to begin with. And all you'd have seen was the backside of her going up the hill. But I do got something to show you along the lane. It is that time of year, maybe a little on the early side, but I noticed a hole underneath the fence yesterday, and today there's a hole with an egg in it. So I got to show that to Mom. She got to see that. So anyway, that's enough gabbing. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I guess we'll find out later, huh? Now Mama's running away over there. There we go. We got one. Last year she had 4, and out of the 4, 3 of them hatched. So we'll leave her alone. Be another couple eggs in a few days. Well, there's a little smoke. Main pile is where the big stump was. There's still a little bit on the farthest stump to the right. And machine's back up here. You know where I'm looking. And hey, I see the deer were in the neighbor's yard. And I'm going to leave this out here because I don't know if there might be something caught up underneath it. And the last thing I want to do is park in there and have an ember drop on the chaff. They can park out here and it ain't going to do anything. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. That's my day. Missed a bunch of it for you, but yeah. Brooke and Matt come out and got some firewood out of the woodshed because what's in there has been there like 30 years. It's still good wood, but some of it's getting a little punky. Becky was nice and fed for me tonight. Hi, ladies. But she forgot one very important thing. She forgot to turn on the second row of lights, which lights up the maternity pen and, you know, one row of the rest of the barn. So now I did that. Now I can put a video up and see if she's got dinner ready yet. It's about that time. This close to it. So thanks for watching. Hope you all had a great Monday. Hope Tuesday treats you well. And I'll go out and check that in the morning. I might have to take skid steer back up. It should be a lot nicer to use that thing.